Sunday morning up. Renegade. We're not afraid. Keep it real around here and honest. Yeah, man. No tabloid around here. Yeah, man. Wagwan. Morning. All right. So we want knock out something here where it catch me. I mean, I do a next thing. I don't want to do the thing for Owen Ellington. I will dissect him. But me say, Ruel Reid again run out in the paper. Run out in the paper. I know I'm not getting a trial yet, you know. None. Them can't find time. Them charge him appeal the charges, you know. Appeal it, you know. Anybody will get up and rob from education ministry. Wipe out with them. And by the way, it's coming like the man that get 2 pay. Government should not pay them. Them should not pay him 2 times. Because them same take leave from JC. And now he must sue JC. But me sure him they get some second already. So I'm going to play it back. I want to look on the thing where him say I play and then we fling some fire upon him, you know. Dissect him. So I could go into this now. Because this is unbelievable. Look here. Look what caused this, you know. Look on this here. Look here.
Ruel Reid, his wife Sharon, and their daughter Cheryl have been arrested in a major corruption probe.
Now, which man in a real life? If you're a patacat, which man in a real life? I draw your wife and your daughter. Remember, you know, you say my son or what, just your family. And which man in a real life? I draw in patacat and draw your wife and your daughter. If you're in patacat, we don't know. So the one I want to name just push out one time. Yes, them better you're right, man. Eh? Look on this, man. You think this look good? Eh? And them right now, you know, I sue JC. And them not deal with them case that them not going down so yet, you know. Only in Jamaica. Look on this.
Former Education Minister Ruel Reid, his wife Sharon, and their daughter Cheryl have been arrested in a major corruption.
Arrested. You could have your daughter. Ah, no. Let me just stop it there so before me even finish play this. That alone look embarrassing. You are patacat. And you put your wife and beat up your wife and your daughter too. And the whole 3 of have to jump on it same time. Boom. And get arrested. Remember the old woman, you know. Beat up an old woman around here. Everybody them beat up around them, you know. The driver. Them run go for them and when you look, you can't hold them. No morals. All them people here. And then you have the criminal one when him Almin and run out and I say, you know, you have to respect leaders. I don't know whom that talk to. That's why I play that one Owen Ellington thing, you know. And I draw back for Almila thing. You know. This is a goddamn shame. Eh? It's shameful bad. And now him wants to JC. Number one, I'm not supposed to get 2 pay. If you leave the school, you should not talk about what kind of leave, and you know, special leave, and still I get pay from them. And a government, and then you are overlook the same school. You're not supposed to be in a special leave because you overlook the same school. And like him, did want to go back, it don't make no sense. After what him do, you could have put him in a more school. But this alone embarrassing, yeah, girl. You're too enough. You want to jump up in the paper, so we jump and show them everything what you do. Watch out.
Probe. The president of the Caribbean Maritime University, Professor Fritz Pinnock, and the counselor of the Brownstown Division in St. Anne, Kim Brown Lawrence, have also been arrested. They were picked up in simultaneous pre-dawn operations at their homes in St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and St. Anne this morning. Law enforcement officers of the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, and the Financial Investigation Division, FID, encircled their houses as they swooped down this morning. At the gates of Reid's house, the cops pressed the doorbell several times but got no response. The cops then jumped over the gates and knocked the grill when a woman came out and eventually let them inside. While that was happening, another raid was about to take place at the Helcher home in St. Catherine of Professor Fritz Pinnock. Initially, Pinnock was apprehensive and asked the police for time to contact his lawyer.
Hey, people don't see the difference. Police are getting the information, the money missing for you and all kind of things, and you have to get time to contact your lawyer. I want them to get to you them kind of time for contact them lawyer. Eh? This bad, don't it? Eh? Yeah, man. Remember, I was the advisor to Noah Zakagan. He was the advisor. Saying he was in 2007 to Anjo. Eh? And then you see him come to this. Watch out.
not saying I'm going to say because you this time you have to do I will just call him alone.
The cops would spend another 4 hours and 20 minutes combing through documents and searching 4 of 5 cars on the premises that belonged to Pinnock.
5 cars, them man have people. Some people don't have nothing. One, you have drive a car at a time in a place like Jamaica, you know. 5 cars, 2 premises. Yeah? Watch out.
At one stage, Pinnock protested against the cops confiscating a laptop computer he said belonged to his daughter. His lawyer also told investigators that the warrant did not cover electronics.
Yeah,
But the cops told him
so cops them not gonna want, warrant not cover electronics. It cover anything what they want. Going to the house and from it apart, they can assist with the criminal investigation. You have to seize it, especially computers. But the warrant not covered. The warrant not gonna say you have to this and that. You go in there, say them have this, and also them transfer run money and them do them thing like you have to seize it. You have to. Them not easy. So when them are going there, just go for him and just leave everything. Look here.
to challenge that in court. Back in St. Andrew, and cops were still at the home of Reid. In fact, they spent more than 7 hours at the house going through documents in a room-by-room search before the Reids emerged under a blanket. Shortly after midday, the police left the house with the Reids, several computers, as well as documents. In the meantime, the head of the Financial Investigation Division, the FID, Robin Sykes, has said that more players are being targeted in the multi-million-dollar corruption probe at the Education Ministry and the CMU. He has also revealed that other entities in the Ministry of Education are being targeted but declined to provide details. And Mr. Sykes says the FID is confident that an airtight case has been made.
People, if them say they make an airtight case, I strike 5 and stop it, She. What does look on pussy in speckles? At this, them put back for stop it. Me say she forget some charge or something. Strike 5. She slow down everything. This have to stop. Look here.
July, Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn found that 4 criminal laws may have been breached by key players in the matter.
Yeah, she attack feet, Criminal laws may have been breached. She come attack for them. You see it? Look here.
She also said there were administrative breaches. However, she recommended further investigations. This morning, the DPP told Power 106 FM's Morning Agenda that since her last consultation with law enforcement authorities 3 months ago, there has been no further contact. However, Sykes said investigators have acted on the opinions of the DPP to close certain gaps in the probe. We are confident we looked at additional avenues and have closed those gaps. We believe that we are in a position to proceed as we have today, Sykes said. Damian Mitchell for the Gleaner.
So you see it? Shall I tell them to them in breach and thing? So you know what she do? She open something there. So hear this now. Hear this now. You see this door? Watch out.
Former Education Minister Ruel Reid and President of the Caribbean Maritime University, CMU, Professor Fritz Pinnock, have filed an application before the appeal court seeking leave to appeal Monday's Supreme Court ruling against them. The application was filed today. Attorney Hugh Wildman told our news center that he has also filed an application for a stay of the criminal trial against the men pending.
For a stay of criminal trial. The man them go up on the trial yet, and them fight for a stay. This is going to be ghetto youth. Look here.
Appeal. 18 grounds of appeal were filed today. The Supreme Court on Monday refused their application for a leave of judicial review of the criminal charges against them. The court also refused an application by Mr. Wildman for leave to appeal its decision. The application for a leave of judicial review was heard last month by a 3-member panel of judges. Mr. Reid and Professor Pinnock want to challenge the decision of the Financial Investigation Division, FID, and CTOC to charge them in the Ministry of Education CMU affair. They contend that the FID was not empowered by law to bring the fraud charges against them.
People,
the attorney for former Education Minister Ruel Reid and President of the Caribbean Maritime
empowered by the
CMU,
law
Professor
to carry the charge against them. Them not empowered by the law to carry charge against them. So they must file, stay of the prosecution, stay of the criminal charges. They like you want to question, say FID shouldn't carry it against us. See them not easy. Them dangerous. Him dangerous. So make we continue with him now. So him did file that. Make we continue with him.
24 hours to go until the expiration of the special leave for Ruel Reid. The Jamaica College board says discussions are far advanced for a settlement. The board says it is pleased with the current operation of the school and that there will be no extension of Mr. Reid's secondment. Jamila Maitland has the details.
The Jamaica College Board, in a statement today, says its recommendation for an extension of Ruel Reid's special leave was rejected by the Ministry of Education. But the JC Board signaled that a settlement is being negotiated instead. It says discussions are at an advanced stage and are expected to be completed soon. Ruel Reid was slapped with corruption charges in 2019 and was fired from the cabinet, but was still...
Him resign and stops are fired because you hear the man say resign. Nobody never fire him and they will come turn it and I said fired. Him never fired because a matter of fact the cabinet did a pick up for him, the war room. Them did a pick up for him. So him resign. And we have a drawback for that when him resign, but them say him step down and resign. No, them said him fired. I pretty it up for Andrew. Be a garbage them talk. But can you imagine, man? This is why one of the money them are paying 2019. And now 2023 soon done, soon 2024. And a man in case not try now, but him can go a court now and want to sue the school to get millions more. This is when them say them settle with him in 2021, which me can't understand this neither. That a JC, you know, look here.
Still receiving a salary as principal as a result of the secondment. That ends tomorrow. Meanwhile, speaking on Radio Jamaica's Hotline with Emily Shields Friday morning, President of JC's Parent Teachers Association and board member Colin Greenland said the situation is very complex.
The matter for which the Prime Minister fired Ruel Reid, right, from the political sphere, is not...
Put them up, put word in the people mouth. The man resign. But him fired. Fired him, never fired anybody yet, man. Resign.
Matters that necessarily legally affect his tenure as a principal at GSC.
And as the negotiations continue, there are concerns about the...
You them talk about affect the tenure. It shouldn't have not tenure. When I talk about affect tenure. That's a foolishness. You understand? You should not talk about affect any tenure around here. That definitely a garbage. You see me I say? Real garbage. Because him not supposed to do them, supposed to just leave that and go about him business about affect tenure. Eh? You know, say a garbage that. Watch out.
Settlement for Ruel Reid, who served as principal of JC for 10 years. But what's even clearer is that a large majority of the Jamaica College do not want him to return.
If you are deemed unsuitable to be a minister by the Prime Minister, why would you remain suitable to be a principal of a school with 1,400 young gentlemen you want to guide with honesty and transparency and integrity? You know, how do you look up to a principal who has been so tainted? You can't.
Opposition spokeswoman on education, Dr. Angela Brownberg, says it's the right thing to do.
I don't think that anybody at all wants to drag this through. You know, I believe that CMU, in terms of their reputation, would have been suffering and recovering now. We don't want Jamaica College to be there. And I say that as a Jamaica College mother myself.
JC's board says the school has been doing well under the leadership of Wayne Robinson, who's been acting as principal since Reid's departure in 2016. It says the priority at this time is maintaining the current stability and status quo at the school.
You hear that? So him say them a act from 2016. So you have a man with an education minister still say him have job there, so special leave. So you have paid the acting principal there. And then you turn around and pay him same time. He's not supposed to get the double money, he's supposed to give back some money. Supposed to leave that job down, go about your business. This and I like him a leave from a government deal with that school, you know. And I like a Grace Kennedy is a private entity, him own the school, him not own it. Him not own it. So that make it even worse. See? So I be a criminality up and down. No, see where him come with you now, people. Look where him come with. This him come with. Some money the other day, $20 million. Ex-principal claiming damages for alleged breach of contract. Look what I claim damages now. So him get time and have time for sue, but now I know him not in a short pants. Ruel Reid, the former education minister who resigned amid corruption allegation, is suing the owners of Jamaica College for millions of dollars he claims is owed to him for the last 4 years of his contract as principal. He never get the money already, people. This I never get the money already. And then your unbidder come out and say, oh, you deal with, or you deal with leaders. This could have be a leader, man. Eh? A goddamn shame. Can't be leader, we have a plane back. No, he must sue. Him say, I go a lawsuit to do it, you know. You know, see this? He must sue now. JC. And I know him not face him trial. Oh, them get time for him in a court. The court time there, if you get any, them go file and them have a court time for him go sue. Use the time and send the man to a prison. That's right we go. Eh? The government is a worthless government, man. Yeah, it's a pirate government. Because you see Strike 5 did a talk up for him too, you know. Mr. Almiller did a talk up for him too, you know. And I notice, you know, when you have criminal government, that's what Jamaica run. Saying? Him should not get no money from the JC. I think they must have a settlement for him before. In 2021. When I come back, he never get that money. When I come back for more money, number one, he's not supposed to even get a cent from them. He's supposed to pay back the money. But me say from the school. From Minister of Education. Eh? The man live in best life same way. Not touch him. You must get a youth guy in a prison for Aki. Eh? And grab a little chain and do all kind of things. And then people tell us, yo, them for dead, you know. Then go take up a goat and them dead. I will not encourage nobody to take up nobody goat, but I'm going to try to show you. Them dead. Saying, that man, you know, millions. Him wife, them take the old lady and when you look, them go for the old man. The old man I said, no, I them build the account. See, I mean, I have the account, man, with them make the sign feet. Them draw the money. Eh? You said it bad? You need to pay back the school and pay back the money. The one of them money, them. I'm matter of fact, them for drop him case. They're not supposed to have no case where he must sue nobody. I jump back in a spotlight, you know, so I forgot to start beat him. But wait till tunnel later, but I beat him bad too, you know. We're not supposed to see him in a spotlight around here. Him too bare-faced, man. Eh? Very bare-faced, not true? Yeah, man, very. And then you have I'll sitting like I'll Miller pick up film about leaders. This is not the way you angle leaders. Them will come out and put sheet over them head, still people have them picture. That don't make no sense. Eh? People have them picture and have for them picture, but them will come out and put sheet over them head. Eh? People for go to prison. It can't be one way I just get to you, me say always end up a prison, man. And them man just stand up in the system and both him a sue. Look who a sue. And them case they get there to their no, you know. 2019. And me tell you say, hey, Andrew, you're one of the worst thing, you know. Worst thing. And by the way, Ligel, me see a thing where you put out today. You know. I talk about Jamaica, the best, this and that, and the most company and small business. Let me tell you this. Me not wonder if you see the thing when me just show you a chapter. But them doing a people, them ask if you're hairdresser, anything you say the little clothes and thing if you register. So when you register up there, them still take away your things, because everybody have a little registration and things, so them a businessman, right? Them are sure say the most registration thing, them gonna take your money. And then use it and show us like, you know, entrepreneur. That don't make no sense. Let me show you how me attack. Let me show you how me attack. This. Look here. You see a man saying register, you know. All right, see one of them people. See what you have a paper here, them attack. Look here, look how me flap him now. Look here. Elijah, look how me flap you. Look here.
Jamaican. Yes, I'm here as a small businessman.
Small businessman.
Doing business all along from tax office. I've been doing small business. We license to do business. License. No.
See where is starting there, man. Look.
Because we don't
company. Where is that company?
Look. Good business and spread it wings.
Nobody it never frame. So them just get a register thing and feel good. This is how the government want to trick people. Like Clark. You can't trick nobody boy. So when them do this now, them have this. They make every certificate and give and say, register, get a name. You sell on the sidewalk, see my boy, you have this. So when them do now, them put it now account and say, this is the lowest thing ever. And more entrepreneurs. But yes, still, when you look on him, at him, the man them got to take away him things. See my Vietnam man there, you know? And I'm tell the same, listen here.
No, I'm go viral with my thing.
See that register, that I
get it. No, I am here. This music is right here. 3 persons selling tropical on the website. 3 This is where we sell. They put the 2 pieces of something out here. So. No, I'm here. I'm a labor right. I'm here and I'm a labor right. Mr. Andrew Wallace, I'm talking to you now. You may talk to Mr. Andrew Wallace. Me consider you do more to poor people than what you do for them. Why? You'd like to know why? Yes. The Chinese number in the country was doing business here. The market house up there, so you lease out the market house up there, so the one market house with their chapter down. You lease it to the Chinese for 50 years. 50 years you lease out the place up there, so the market house. No. I'm here as a little businessman. See the cash pot here. Here's what them sell the cash pot. Sorry. Cash pot sell here, so my business come up. My business come up to here. So. No. Why me say no? You do more to the people, more what you do for the Andrew Wallace. Mr. Andrew Wallace. You not listen either.
People see film look at the people that thing. Then them said entrepreneur. I'll show you what them do with him. And I say the next one I said them look at juice. Him can't get no PM, him show him the register piece of thing. So then make you go around and yeah, them the thing they register it, then them use it in a them data and say them rise entrepreneur. No people them are suffer. Them, it's just a way to take a money off of you. And then use it to make government look good. I'm like, remember when we were styling and that stop chat foolishness, man. Eh? And talk about the foreign reserve, like you have 6 months worth of buying powers with the foreign reserve. No way. So that make Jamaica depend the best part. I can't, hey, them for go away, man. Them for go away, man. They don't know about, hey, remember we understand economics to the T, you know. We can't trick nobody around here, you know. We break down thing and dissect it, man, and make them hold on them, man. What happened to them, man? Watch out.
I know you, but me always have you representing. You have a council name here name Mr. Brown, Herschel Brown. Whenever time you call that man, him not always not available. Yes. The MP that we have here in North Central Clarendon, the same thing. It's the same thing, no difference. We go by him office, inform them what been happening to me as a labor right. As a labor right. And nothing has been done. Now, I'm here at work this morning. And Mr. Gribid come here and take up all of the things that we have out here yourself, Mr. Andrew Wallace. Listen to me, as I said before, you do more to the people them than what you do for them. Because you say if you did love we, and really and truly love we, you would never make this happen to we. You understand me? I feel like you're watching what the Chinese have been importing in this country. And the amount of money where you make off of them to the week. And in the same month when them go back, you make $50 billion for them every time, every China, Jamaica. I've been clearing things and you collect tax off of them. They put $50 billion, that $1 million. And if them go back 3 times for the 1 month, you can't believe. So way down there so you watch poor people money from. Mr. Andrew Wallace, you don't love poor people. You need to labor this country. Andrew Wallace, you need to labor this country.
Yeah, I'm telling you people. So when they make you, sell the 2 at and thing them tell you register. And then them say, you know, this a business and small business entrepreneurs and this and that. No, you just have this. And you sell. But you have to pay them to do this. I don't know how much, couple thousand or what have you for do it. And then them count it at the register office. I'll show you it. Later we show you it. And say, you know, much more people and register anytime in the history of Jamaica. how much entrepreneur created. Let me show you what them do to the youth here. Let me show you. This body.
Nasty nigga photo of the year, eh? Like I said, Brown can't get in the photo of the year. For the year. That's what's up. Now, wrong number, because I'm the dice, but you know. But you have to do boy.
I catch them for your black, so yourself.
A nasty nigga, them boy, eh? No. Oh no. It's uno. Uno nasty nigga, uno. Hold on, uno nasty nigga. Catch and give me no. Uno. Come on, sir, take a
All right. So that them cards as entrepreneurs. You go up at the office there and get, you know, say it's a business, but them take it from you same way, you know. It not do you nothing, you know. But them read that from up at the office, up at the office place there, right? Register place. And say, them create entrepreneurs. Them take your money from you and get that piece of paper and you are sell same way. Them want everybody do it in it, whether you're a barber, you're on the sidewalk or something, do it. So them use it in our database and say, this is what we do. I'll be an entrepreneur, so the people, them are work. Meanwhile, you're under pressure, them are take away your things like the same way. You know, say, garbage, man. Garbage. Eh? It don't make no sense. And them account that. I talk about entrepreneurs and what them do and create the most entrepreneurs and how much more business registered. This is what them do. All and cat people have registered, man. They want everybody do it, man. Just get the little selfie ticket. So them use it and say the amount of entrepreneurs them create. Small business entrepreneurs. See? Them, you say them treat you. Treat they get a youth, you know. Can, you know. Straight can. Me could go to that. Me could go to that one. So me have to deal with Nigel Clark later, man. Tonal. But I straighten him out. Yeah, man. Maybe bend up, maybe help on Tanakanda, so bend him up. You know? Yes. So I'll straighten him out later, you know? All right, watch this. Watch out. I'll show you corruption, right? Yeah? Watch out.
Police Chief Owen Ellington was grilled on Tuesday about his interaction with popular clergyman Reverend Al Miller during the West.
That's a Reverend criminal Al Miller, you know. Remember them a 2-time him get convicted, you know. Yeah, man.
West Kingston incursion in May 2010. Attorney representing Pastor Miller, Queen's Counsel Jacqueline Samuels Brown, suggested that Mr. Miller had communicated to the former police chief his intention to assist the then fugitive Christopher Duddas Coke to surrender to the police.
Hey, people, look at the network. Look at the network of corruption and you think say, or government mix up with, if you say a criminal network and you can't reach people and do all kind of little things, and play, hey, it's a mafia role in Jamaica, you know. And this one, I the one who say leave him gun, you know. In him car, I'm going to pick plum from 30-year-old daughter when him come back the gun gone. This a pastor, yeah. And a pastor requires a pastor. This and a pastor. Yeah? Yeah, man.
Mrs. Samuels Brown insisted that in one of the exchanges between Reverend Miller and Mr. Ellington, her client relayed a message from Mr. Coke.
Hear this now, people. Hear the message, yeah. Listen, yeah.
Mr. Ellington, I'm going to suggest to you that on none of the visits, and I'm going to provide other particulars that may assist you to recall, on none of the visits by Reverend Miller to your office did he ever say to you that, and I want to quote you now, that he, Reverend Miller, saw the man And the man said to him, if it was PNP in office, they would have known how to deal with it. Tell Bruce Golding to find a way to deal with it.
You hear that? You hear this? So he must send a message to commissioner, you see? Or you say gangs and big, so them send message and say, hey, PNP in office, them have deal with it, you know. So tell Bruce, you know, to find a way to deal with it. It's a state within a state, you know. I run a Jamaica, you know. And me that corruption himself, man. Hear you now, hear him now.
He never ever told you
On his second visit.
that Dudu said those words to you.
He said those on his second visit.
When you hear them kind of them argument what them have do, police, you know. And get a message, hey, tell a PNP in a power them that deal with it, you know. So tell thing never find a way and deal with it, you know. Send message to him. Tell Bruce, find a way and deal with it. A state within a state. Watch out.
And that is why, you know, I just left it there. I thanked him for his effort and, you know, left it there.
Because you see, that's why I'm putting it to you, the importance of this call on the Sunday when things have been escalated in a way that was negative and adverse to the police. That is when you said to him, we are going in regardless. You don't recall that?
I don't recall that.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Samuels Brown also pointed to another phone call between the two men. She argued that on May 31, 2010, mere days after the incursion into West Kingston, Mr. Miller called the former commissioner. That conversation, she suggested, lasted for about 4 minutes.
You there?
It lasted a while because I remember I was in a group with officers and in the headquarters command and control center, and he called and seemed to recall he was asking directions where to take a particular individual, and then he said he had
so Almida run things, man.
maybe Coke's sister or Coke's brother with him, and then he went on to say he would still try to find Christopher Coke and persuade him to surrender.
Thank you very much. Do you recall in that conversation, in the context of the discussion about still trying to find Christopher Coke and bring him in, he indicated that he was thinking of making a public appeal for Dudus to turn himself in?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
But you are aware that a public appeal was made by him, which was published in the newspaper?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not taken by surprise because it was attached to the witness statement submitted to the commission?
I haven't seen his statement.
Oh, your counsel didn't show you?
I haven't seen it.
I see.
And attorney for the Jamaica Defense Force, Peter Champagny, also wrapped up his cross-examination of Mr. Ellington on Tuesday. He sought answers about the type of weapons seized
hear this, listen good.
during the 2010 joint police-military operation. According to Mr.
State within a state, yeah? Damn time it run by Bruce, it run by Siaga phone, now it run by Bushrat.
Ellington, the police confiscated over 115 guns and warlike equipment.
Would it be a fair statement or truthful statement to say that the security forces, that is to say the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force, seized a wide range of warlike equipment in Tivoli Gardens and...
You hear that, people? Warlike equipment. Warlike, you hear what them seized. Listen.
Denham Town.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And this seizure included over 115 guns.
Yes, sir.
And 30. How many?
I corrected that yesterday.
To say?
It is 15,500 rounds.
Thank you.
In the operation.
15,500 rounds. Every round can take a life, 15,500 rounds. Wow.
And included in that would be hand grenades?
Yes, sir.
Hand grenade, they are Jamaica people. Hand grenade. Them just find some the other day too. Oh, when I hear from down that side there again, but them just find some explosive. We about C4 too. Explosive. In a Jamaica. You wait there. You believe this? Eh? You see it? This bad man. Yeah.
Mr. Ellington noted that Coke was known to frequent at least 14 locations. He said he knew of 2 main addresses in Upper St. Andrew. Meanwhile, counsel for the JDF, Peter Champagny, asked Mr. Ellington if he could compare the occurrences of May 2010 to any other operation in the country. Mr. Ellington said the incursion was a challenge to the sovereignty of the state.
Hey, all right, you see the state of emergency with them a push? We want to hear this. Just listen good enough. Listen, he may use a state of emergency, but listen what him say about the police and soldier now. Listen good.
Mr. Ellington.
Yes, sir.
The likes and occurrences of what took place in May of 2010 in your 34 years as a police officer, have you ever experienced anything like that?
No, sir.
In Jamaica?
Not in my experience, and I can't.
You hear that, people? First time them experience something like that. You see it? In a Jamaica, history that again too, you know. All right. You see this?
I don't remember anything like it happening.
How would you describe it?
Well, the way we described it to the government, that it was a challenge to the sovereignty of the state. And
that was a challenge to the sovereignty of the state. That's why you have a state of emergency. Okay? But if I use it now, if you look on that, them that it is a challenge, right? Look at here.
it was
A challenge to the
sovereignty of the state. And
of the
it
state.
Was threats posed by a criminal organization which felt that its members were above the law.
Yeah, you know? Not my word. When you know? All right. And you see who a bush try to run it now. If let me tell you something, by the way, let me just say something else right after. We have pick out something out of this. But you have a member of parliament and you have a garrison, well, not build up a garrison that is like a country within a country, a state within a state, and can do anything and have explosive and all kind of things you never see in your life. Eh? And that challenge by the state, or you know, the leader can tell him, say, hey, and send to the police commissioner and talk to Almila and say, tell Bruce, do something about it. Can PMP in them that deal with it for them, you know, so want to do something about it. What that mean to you? Them recover 15,000 at round. 15,000 at. Them 200 at gun, 15,000 at round. That's very dangerous. See it within a state. Eh? And then people want to say, yes, place nice something. No. If you care about the people, them down there, so near to the sea, people that have yacht out there. Be a professor, teacher, police, nurse, soldier, and them thing there. You never have to go uptown because you're near to the beach, to the sea. Have them yacht. Because one time they used to have yacht out there, so you know. They used to have boat out there. Look back in the 30s and 40s and everything got out there. On the waterfront used to look good. See? Look at state now. State within a state. And then Almila can just come and just take up film thing and then call anybody. You saw it run? Mafia world. Then them talk about a foolishness. We know unite with them. Yeah.
And they were willing to take on the security forces.
And it was a situation in which you welcomed the assistance of the Jamaica Defense Force?
Absolutely, yes.
See it? Welcome the assistance. But right now, the soldiers them just out there, you know, have something like this. Because them know the soldiers are supposed to out there like this. But every minute I call state of emergency and I say, boop, 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 and no stay like that day. 2010, no. Never see nothing like that. In a Jamaica. But you have state of public emergency, I do net fishing all over the place. And Zozo and do one bag of things. And we just see a crab run out again, I tell police about to shoot and kill again. You know. I talk about, can you imagine police step on the road and do them duty, a man ride up on a bike and I shoot you. Say if him I shoot you, he might give you time for a drive up and shoot to kill. Me not see the man ride up on a bike and shoot police. Eh? I be a full thing crap talk, you know. Yeah, man, state within a state, this man, yeah.
Their input was vital.
Yes, it was critical.
And you hear them input it vital. So them say yes, the input vital, yes, sir. But here we gonna ask and here we gonna answer. Look at this.
Resolution of the threat
The threat.
at the time.
It was essentially a war against the state.
Not
my language.
Not your language, but close enough.
He asks if it's a war against the state. Although that they go on the incursion, he said not his language. Because and it's not a war against the state as state, because we have a war against the state, like it flare up all over the place, like, you know, the whole parishes, them and them thing, they, you know, say it contain, you know, if there's so you have some little packet down in a, you know, somewhere in a town there and thing, or in a Spanish town, but another whole place. You now go center, you now go port, and you now go certain little place. So you couldn't say a war against the state neither. That's why I'm saying that film language. But that's for sure the corruptedness is dig deep. That you can have gangsters sent to commissioner and then, you know, in here and I say, yeah, do this and do that, and sent to the prime minister and them things. It was a state within a state. We can't talk to them. Yeah, man. You know where I go and clean police. Yeah, man. We know where I go on, man. You know where I go. We know it's a schoolboy, Richie. Richie, them lock him up in this, yeah, man. See, I know about the car with Ellington and Richie. Yeah, man, Richie, you know, the stolen vehicle. We know about the whole of the thing, them, man. Know about the whole of the thing, them. See? But some man can still stand up, don't it? Eh? This is a state within state. Eh? Yeah. And you hear what go on. You have to draw back them upon them, you know, show the people them, say, hey, we want a clean government now, you know. Government is supposed to negotiate with nobody and who can send to you and like this one, as long as they're the criminality, they're supposed to work. But then again, in the cabinet full of criminals. Full. A lot of them are patakat. Now the government full of criminals. A lot of them are patakat. See them are the system. And we're going to talk about it later, you know. We're going to talk about it later. See them are them there. A beer fire will come blaze later. No two way about it. Beer fires. Yeah? And Ruel Reid, if them can't find time for you for carry people go to court and a sue, carry school go to court, there are time for them lock you up. There time for your case try. No two way about it. Saying? No two way about it. Wait till later, man, we'll come whop them. Here? Me there, you know. Eat some food and thing, but you know. Now later, I worries. I'm up. Blessed.